So I am going to build an orchid or a plant rack, and it's really going to be a plant wall. It's a wall made of wire, modular wire, little square tiles, and I've been using this on and off for a few years. And I originally got this idea at an orchid show where a vendor brought in boxes of these things and then zip tied them together around a wire frame, mounted orchids hanging off of them, and it looked really good, it worked really well. I've experimented over the years with wire fencing material and then attaching that to frames. It works okay. One problem with this is that the gaps are irregular. I have limited space in the sense of the amount of plants that I have or want to grow. So I think this is a pretty great project for people who are growing orchids like on a lanai or on a patio. So I've already built a few of these, but I'm going to show how I built this. So I've already got the design pretty much down. And I've had orchids growing on this for about a year. The system is held up really well to the rain and the watering. So here is what we're going to do. We'll start with 24 of these. And the frame that I'm going to make, it's going to be 6 by 4. This frame, really the only material you're going to need is paint, 4 1x2s, and 4 2x4s, 8-foot long studs. The 2x4s, you're going to want 2 that are 80 inches long and 2 that are 83 inches long. Because the 1x2s, what they're going to do is they're going to sit on top of the 2x4s and they're going to compress the wire and hold it on really firmly. So you want 2 of these at 86 inches and 2 at 55 inches. Final 2 cuts that I'm going to do are the pieces that actually attach to the side of the house. So I have already built one of these and I did it at 9 1/4 inches, so I'm going to match that distance. And then one final cut is 3 1/2 inches. I would just recommend using an outdoor paint. And what I've done is I've painted every exposed surface. So even if it gets screwed over or covered over, the more covering it has, the less exposure it's going to have to the elements. This is going to receive a lot of water, a lot of sprinklers. So it is going to break down. I just want to prevent that for as long as possible. Okay, so the 80-inch long cuts are the verticals. First, I'm going to put this in as my spacer to determine where to put the footer. Edges on top, bottom, and sides go right to the edge. So my final step will be to go over all of these screws and paint them, because it'll offer a little bit of protection for the screw and it'll make it look slightly nicer.